Hello, everybody. This is the message of the 10th Congress of WPI to the people of the world. Message of the 10th Congress of the Worker Communist Party of Iran. Yeah? Okay. I'll start again. This is the message of the 10th Congress of the Worker Communist Party of Iran to the people of the world. The answer to racism and fascism is socialism. The rise of the far right in the West is a reflection of the crisis and decay of global capitalism. A crisis that erupted with the collapse of Wall Street in the winter of 2008 has today grown into an all-out political and governmental crisis in the West. The crisis has been followed by the widespread dissatisfaction of the people with the existing system and order, by protests against the blatant gulf between the astronomical wealth of the top 1% and the impoverishment of the people, and by the acceptance of the socialist discourse on a socialist scale. At a political level, the crisis shows itself as amazement and unexpected events, even in referendums and elections. The traditional ruling parties lose their former status and credibility as people desert them, while extreme parties surge ahead. On the one hand, personalities with overt claims to socialism, branded in Western politics as extreme left, gain in influence and popularity. On the other, racist parties grow in strength. However, the rise of the right is not a sign of the power and consolidation of the ruling class. On the contrary, it is a sign of its total weakness and confusion. Events such as Brexit and Trump's victory are, above all, an indication of the bewilderment and despair of the ruling class. This is like a transition period for governments in the West. The most right-wing, farcical, and worthless political demagogues and charlatans like Trump are pushed forward so as to buy time for the ruling class. The economic crisis and its consequences are blamed on foreigners, so that the real cause, a system based on profit-making, may be shielded from the protests of the masses, so that the main political forces of the ruling class may find a way out of the current crisis, so that the center and traditional parties may have an opportunity to mend and stick back together the doomed and shattered doctrines and ideas, political, economic, and even philosophical. However, capitalism has not just stumbled, it has fallen from grace. The crisis of the top 1% is rooted in the loss of vision and irredeemable dead end of global capitalism. Thus, unexpected turn of events such as Brexit and Trump's victory will make the current political and economic crisis worse for the ruling class. The traditional and center parties hope that after a transition period of racist barbarism, society would once again put its trust in them. They hope that the fascist scare would make it succumb to something less horrific. But this is not going to happen. Neither the right nor the left of the ruling class has a viable answer for the resolution, not even mitigation, of the existing economic and social crisis. The world stands at the threshold of a period of intensified social and political conflicts and the rise of mass protest movements. The people of the world will not yield to economic austerity plus racism, misogyny, and xenophobia. Already, a massive movement has taken shape in the USA and around the world against Trump and the ultra-reactionary politics that he represents. And this is just the beginning. This movement can and must grow, become more radical, and more question the entire capitalist system. We send our greetings to all those who, in the face of the barbarity that Trump represents, have risen up to defend civilization, humanism, and freedom. We declare that against the rule of the top 1% and a system which to solve its crisis needs fascists like Trump, there is only one solution: socialism, and socialist humanism, egalitarianism, and liberationism. Victory to people's fight against racism and fascism. Victories to socialism. 10th Congress of the Working Communist Party of Iran, 12th of March 2017.